What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back because Miss Gizelle Bryant and Miss Robyn Dixon, honey, was on the Breakfast Club, honey. Okay, we know these ladies from Real Housewives of Potomac. I found the interview that they did over at the Breakfast Club to be very refreshing. Robyn came off as being very humble, very long-suffering with wine. We'll get to it, honey, okay? Gizelle, you know, like we always say, whether we like it or not, you know, she is like the star of the show, you know? But Gizelle was looking good. She lets us know that she has recently split, honey, from Jamal Bryant. Now, I saw that coming a mile away because Jamal said that he didn't want to be a part of this show no more. So I knew they was going to have to break up. Was they ever really together in the first damn place? Okay, so I don't know if we really bought that, Gizelle. But yeah, honey, without further ado, honey, let's play some clips from the interview. And I will be in and out with my commentary.
Indeed. You might know them from Real Housewives of Potomac, but they have their own
he
podcast.
Said that's so wrong.
Potomac? What is it called? Potomac.
Envy. Now, you know damn well this is Real Housewives of Potomac, fool. Okay, what is wrong with him? Just messing up the name. He should have said what Dineva say, honey. Potankard.
On too.
Yeah.
Well, Potomac. We have Gizelle Bryant and Robyn Dixon. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry for saying the name all wrong.
It's okay. You're not the first one.
You're not the first.
You know them from Real Housewives. They just launched a podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network called Reasonably Shady.
Yes.
That's a hell of a title.
Thank you.
What does that name mean?
Well, okay, let's give us the backstory.
Okay.
So, obviously we've been on the show we are about to drop season 6. Mm-hmm. Who could believe it?
Just saw the trailer.
Season 6. Just saw the trailer. Okay, we're going to talk about that too. Yes. I think I was up here season 1, season 2. Mm-hmm. Envy was throwing shade like, y'all Potomac Housewives are broke. You know, that. It's fine. For you, it's fine. Envy is insane.
Why would you say that to them?
I mean, it was something along those lines. Anyway, we are at season 6.
We're not your typical housewives that people were used to. Our show is pretty unique. So,
yes.
Now, really quickly, guys, did you guys see them as being broke? You know, when they first came on, I didn't see Real Housewives of Potomac ladies as being broke. I mean, we had Monique that reminded us season 2 that she was rich, okay, and had all this money, honey. But I never seen any of them as being broke. When you start out on these reality shows, you're not paid that much. So, they probably didn't have a lot, coming in. And after a few years of being on the show, the money starts getting real good. Okay, so I don't know why Envy would feel the need to shade them and say, damn, they broke down. I don't know, honey.
I officially was the broke one. I'm not broke no more.
Y'all see how Robyn talking, honey? Robyn like, I was broke. See, when she was broke, she didn't want to talk about it, though. Now that Robyn ain't got her shit together, now she telling y'all she was broke. Robyn, you have to think about the power of your tongue. So, yeah, girl, you was broke. To me, she shouldn't have been, overtly admitting to it. I think she was just trying to be transparent and keep it real. But, girl, don't claim that broke energy, honey. Okay, everybody on that show was going through it. You wasn't the only damn one. I don't like how they try to make it look like Robyn was the only one struggling. Y'all remember Gizelle's porch, okay, them damn stairs and shit. Miss Robinson was looking at them stairs, honey, okay, looked like they was falling apart. Gizelle's house first season, it just looked weird, so Robyn, you was not by yourself, honey, with the coins, okay. A few of these other ones on the show, honey, they were struggling too. Your bestie, yeah, she was struggling too. She ain't gonna admit to it.
So you just talk about me. It's all good.
Can you typical housewife. It's usually glamorous and all that.
They're not glamorous.
Envy.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Envy is reasonably shady.
People get a little Beijing. They get a little Beijing and start changing on folks.
Y'all hear Charlemagne, people get a little Beijing. He's so stupid.
Right now, okay?
Wow.
But we're gonna move forward. Anyway, so
It's been 5 times since then.
so we on season 6. Thank you, Jesus. We here. We didn't make it.
Congratulations.
And during the pandemic, we, like everybody else, home doing nothing. And Robyn and I were just like, oh, let's just, get on Instagram Live and talk to the people. So after we did that, everyone gave feedback like, hey, we love just like being the third person in y'all's like girlfriend gossip. So y'all should start a podcast. And lo and behold, we're here, Black Effect.
Yes.
Happy to have y'all.
Yes, and we are reasonably shady because on the show, I am the reasonable one.
Yes.
She's the shady one. I'm the one, I try to see the good in
Makes
people.
sense.
I try to see every side to the story. She just goes for the shade. So we bound.
Yes, she does. I love the name of their podcast, and I think them starting a podcast together is a very smart idea. So I'm very proud of them for that.
So y'all balance each other out.
Yes, and we're best friends, and it's very rare you see people on TV who are literally best friends. But it's cool that you get to learn or hear about us outside of the show.
Yes.
Because on the show we gotta kind of stick to the show.
It's good. It's good that you guys are still best friends because sometimes these shows really can tear up
Before the
friendships.
show? Or did y'all meet
for
through the
sure.
show?
Before the show.
Y'all best friends.
We were very, very close before the show. And I think, Angela, that is why we're still friends, because we had a friendship before the show. And even season 1, season 2, when there were things that could have been drive us apart, I was just like, hell no, like, this is my girl. If she's wrong, I'm going to ride with her wrong.
Right.
If she's right, I'm going to ride with her right. Like, that's just is what it is.
And then we tell each other about ourselves off camera.
Yes.
Now, really quickly, guys, I would like for you all to get down in the comments and let me know, how do you feel about the dynamics of Gizelle and Robyn's friendship as being best friends on the show? Do you think these two will ever turn on each other? Or you like the fact that they are able, to maintain their friendship? Because we've seen it time and time again, honey, with Cynthia and Nene, they was the best of friends, and we see what happened with that. And I like that these two are able to, ride the wave of the show. I love how Robyn has held Gizelle's feet to the fire on the show. She's confronted her, about some of the things that she may have said that, Robyn didn't like, and Gizelle will, she'll apologize and stuff like that. So I kind of like that about their friendship.
Behind the scenes.
So what did you think when you seen Porsha
We here already.
to allegedly her friend? Because y'all friends. I'm just asking. I'm sure y'all spoke about it on your podcast. When she's engaged to her alleged friend's husband. What did y'all think about that?
I just wish they would have waited a little more time just to release that. Whatever, things happened. So I wasn't really here for it. It definitely looks very shady. I think they should have kept it a little secret for a little bit longer.
Now, what about you, the shady one?
Well, actually, in this instance, I'm not shady. So, Porsha and I have another show together called Chat Room on Bravo, and it just so happened, we filmed Thursday, and she said they got engaged that night. And she was like, oh, Gizelle, I wanted to tell you, but I found out like the rest of the world via the Instagram. And it's so weird because everyone called me like, hey, what do you think about what happened? Even my 82-year-old father. Hey, Gizelle.
Damn, Gizelle, your father is 82 and trying to get the tea, honey, on Miss Porsha and Simon, honey. I ain't mad at you. Y'all know how Gizelle daddy is, honey. He crazy, okay?
Gizelle, let's talk about Porsha. I'm like, Dad, I'm not responsible for the Porsha report. That's not what I'm here for. But it is hard to find love or lust or whatever.
She said, or lust.
Whatever you're looking for out here in these streets, it's hard to find it. So if she found it, I'm happy for her.
What if somebody from Real Housewives of Potomac got with your ex?
that would not be cool.
Now, you know damn well, Gizelle, Porsha's ass is wrong. You just want to still be that girlfriend. You know that shit that she did to Fallon was just wrong, okay, on so many levels. Whether they was friends, associates, I completely agree, with Robyn. Damn, you should have held that secret in, honey, a little longer. You shouldn't even be in a situation from the get-go, but hell, you could have kept that to yourself for a lot longer, honey. I'm just saying.
Because we are in something called, we're in a little circle, right? But from what I understand, Fallon is gone. Fallon is probably no longer going to see Atlanta to save her life. So it's fine.
Y'all hear what she said? To save her life. Fallon could be all up and through in Atlanta, honey.
Look, I'm being the shady one. I can't make that make sense. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's not making sense to me. I'm not going to
around. You can't marry their husband.
No. Or, like I said, just wait a little while.
I'm with you.
That was too soon.
Yeah.
You can't control who you gravitate towards.
It ain't no you can't control. You fools just want to take them damn draws off by any means necessary, okay? Damn, just wait. Wait till the man is at least divorced. Porsha didn't even do that, so to me, she looks desperate. She looks trifling. She looks thirsty, okay? I like Porsha. I told y'all she a Cancer like me. She seems very fun. She's very likable, very bubbly, but that backhanded shit that she did, child, that was just wrong, honey, on so many levels.
That's true.
Sometimes things happen,
I feel that way. I think sometimes things happen. I feel like there are boundaries, though, and we don't want to cross boundaries. But listen, I love Porsha, so I'm going to give Porsha a pass on this one.
And what if they weren't real friends? What if they were just friends for the show?
There's that, but still, you don't want to see if Fallon was still going to be a part of the show. You don't want to see your ex-husband also then there on the show with somebody else.
Yeah,
right, yeah.
That's not play.
That would be so uncomfortable, you guys, if Fallon came back. Don't get me wrong, it would be good. And, we know Fallon got hands. She beat and swung, all on Porsha, honey, okay? Y'all saw her trying to get at LaToya Ali, honey, okay? And Porsha is a fighter, too, so hell, that would be a good-ass fight. But, it would be entertaining, you guys, but I still would feel bad for Fallon to even have this play out on TV and have to be a part of that storyline. To me, I think that would maybe be too painful for her.
Yeah.
After she invited her into the house and all that other stuff.
It's a great storyline.
But with TV, we don't know what's true and what's not. We don't know if they were really friends and the TV set it up and they really didn't know each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think they were friends like that.
No,
definitely not.
Right.
It's hard too. Sometimes things get filmed, right? And real life is happening, but it doesn't show up on TV until months later, right?
Yeah, that's true. So this has probably been going on for a while. The show's been airing for a while. They finished filming probably in who knows, November maybe.
Who knows? The love just hit them. The love just hit them upside the head.
That's what
they
I
just
think.
couldn't control themselves. I'm here for it.
Now, do y'all roles ever reverse?
What do you mean?
Did she become the shady one and you become the reasonable one?
Just now.
Okay.
And I'm trying to be real reasonable with this Porsha situation. Okay?
But that's because you have ties to Porsha also, I think.
Yes.
But her reputation on the show is such a shady one that if something goes down, they're immediately blaming her, and I might have been the one really that spearheaded it.
Yes. But I'm gonna take the bullet. And I don't mind it.
It happens up here sometimes, Charlamagne.
And what do y'all think about that? Do y'all feel like Robyn be saying and doing little shit? To me, it'd be Gizelle, and that's why people come for Gizelle. Like with the Monique situation, y'all know I ain't no big fan of Monique Samuels, but Gizelle deserved that shit for all that shit she had did through the years. To Monique, to Ashley, being all up in these women's businesses. Karen, look at all the stuff she, said and did to Karen through the years. So yeah, I think that Gizelle, though, she is the shadier one, though. She really is.
We had to apologize for a couple things that I said, and you had to apologize.
And sometimes you catch strays for things that I say.
Yeah.
Same thing with Angela.
Yes. So
y'all
y'all
go
get
anywhere.
But it doesn't matter what happens, who does it, what happens. Like, we're both the bad guys all the time.
Yes.
All right, now I saw some reports, Gizelle, about you unfollowing Wendy.
But Wendy.
Which Wendy?
From Real Housewives of Potomac.
Right. I did unfollow
Which one is Wendy?
her.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Wendy is one of our newer ladies.
The one with all the damn degrees, honey. Okay, put some respect on Wendy's name, honey. All right.
She how could we describe? So that's why I unfollowed her, because she's just not that interesting. Like, I just was following her. Just scrolling through. I was like, just don't look interesting. So I just unfollowed. Yeah.
But it looks like from the trailer, something does happen between you two. Just
we're gonna let that play out, because there's a lot of things that she thought I did, which I did not do. Mm-hmm. And the reason why she thought I did it is because typically I do very shady things, and I own it, right? And I'm just like, I'm just here to like let everybody live in their truth. So let's just talk about it. Mm-hmm. So, but I didn't come at it from a shady perspective. I was really like, it was out of concern for like what's going on in your life. Are you able to handle social media? Are you able to handle just like everything that goes on and goes along with being on a reality television stage? Like, it's not for the faint of heart. It's very difficult. You really have to have tough skin, and that was where I was coming from, and she didn't believe it.
Yeah, you know.
Child, I can't wait for this next upcoming season, honey, to see Wendy drag Gizelle. She gonna get Gizelle's ass together. I'm not believing, guys, that Gizelle is as innocent as she's making it seem, but we will, let it play out. Because I know how Gizelle is. I don't believe she went straight to Wendy out of concern. From what I saw in the clip, it looked like she went to Ashley and was like, well, what was going on? What's going on with Wendy and her husband? Is he cheating? Da, da, da. That's what I saw. So to me, you're not really showing Wendy any concern that way. You are gossiping about her, which is, what y'all do on this show. But girl, tell the truth and shame the devil, honey. Okay. But we'll see, how it plays out, guys, because, some of y'all was coming for me in the comments saying, well, you don't know, why Candace was throwing food at that lady. That's true. I don't know. I know how they are making Candace look, though. And they're kind of making Candace look like she's this fighter. She's always in some type of altercation with somebody. Because if you even look at last season, her and Monique got into it. We saw that play out. And then we see her and Ashley like arguing at the end of the season, and you got all these people saying, see, that's why Candace got her ass beat. She got dragged. She don't know how to keep her mouth shut. All of that just perpetuates the whole situation, and it just looks messy. So I'm not for them trying to edit Candace and make her look violent or, she's always into something. Another person had said in my comments that they think the new girl has started to hit Candace first. We really don't know. We just saw a clip. So, guys, opinions change, once you see the show. But when I look at something, for the first time, I'm just going off of what I saw that first time.
No, that's a tough one for both of you, right? Dealing with relationships so publicly.
It is. And I'll be honest, my first 3 seasons on the show, my relationship got a lot of attention. And, I responded kind of not happy about it, but after a while you're like, you know what, this is what I signed up for, this is what I continue to sign up for, this is what comes with the territory, and unfortunately we got to live with it.
Robyn, you have such an interesting situation with your you guys, did you get married again?
We're engaged.
Okay, so you're not married again yet. So she lives with her ex-husband. They got engaged again. So you guys will get married on this new season?
No, not this season. I respect the pandemic, and so I was not trying to have a COVID wedding. I didn't want to have to adjust my plans and have people wearing masks. So
yeah, like Cynthia Bailey.
We're gonna wait. It's fine. We're not in a rush.
That's interesting.
Y'all divorced, but y'all still live with each other.
Right.
Robyn and Juan, to me, honestly, guys, I feel like they're just kind of getting married because she's on the show. It's kind of to make Bravo happy. I don't even think neither of them would even care about getting married again if she wasn't on the show. I think that they would just be okay with just being together in their home. And that's fine. I'm not big on making people get married, but girl, live in your truth and be you.
And then y'all made it work again. So what got y'all back together?
So we've been. Can you tell them who you're?
Because Charlamagne doesn't know who your ex-husband is.
Okay, so my ex-husband is a former NBA player, Juan Dixon. I'm not sure if you're familiar. He played in Maryland, won national championship. Okay. So we were together since 1996.
Wow.
We went to college together. We got married in 2005. We got divorced in 2012. We're like super connected. Like both of his parents passed away when he was a teenager, and so like we're like really family, right. Like beyond just being in a relationship. So it was when we got divorced. It wasn't like a clean break. It wasn't like, okay, you over there, I'm over there. We were still very much connected because we have 2 children, of course. We went through a lot of financial problems, hence I'm the broke one.
She's not broke. She's not broke. She got a hand business.
See, I didn't like, you guys, how she kept saying that. And I get it. She was just trying to own the financial position that she was in at that time. But don't keep saying you was broke, girl, because you was not by yourself, okay? I'm just saying.
She's selling all kinds of stuff. She ain't broke. She did a great home remodeling. She is. She's living houses. She ain't broke.
I own that. But I
didn't say that.
But she said she was broke.
No, but she was broke. I said.
And you know what's really funny? I had a video coming out some time ago, and I forgot to do the commentary for the video. But I wanted to point out something about Robyn and her finances. And the video was gonna be about why Robyn is broke, because she has broke lingo. She's always like, y'all remember when she got into it with Monique, and Monique was like, well, you and Wine ain't about to be living up in my house, and she was allowing what people were saying to her to get her down. I think she was still down about losing all of her and Juan's money and giving it to their friend, and he didn't really invest the money properly. He ended up committing suicide. Robyn went through a lot financially, and I understand that. I done been there, myself. But I just feel like it's very important to let the past be the past, and it is what it is. Like, whatever happened with your money in the past, that happened. Learn from it. Like, you don't need to live there. You don't need to keep talking about how you are broke or you was so broke. Like, think about all the good things, right, that you have going for you. So I'm glad that Gizelle was right there to be like, girl, tell them about, this house that you are building from the ground up. Tell them about how you flipping houses, how you got a successful hat business, okay? Like, I like that Gizelle was, building and lifting her girlfriend up, because that's what friends are for. So Robyn in the future, from the present and into the future, you guys, she needs to change her vibration about money and her language, and like, quit all this broke talk, okay? You're not there no more. Let's move on.
The show was not as extravagant as the other shows when it first came on.
But they had a broke one on it. That was me. It's all good.
I didn't say
Nah, but like,
if I called you broke 7 years ago, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, I don't care. But that's the thing.
Say it.
But that's the thing about me. You can call me broke, and I'm gonna be like, you right, I was broke.
But that's real life, right? You're up, then you're down. That's real life.
Child, that's a lot of people's situations. A lot of people have money one day, next day they may not have money. Different things happen with money,
That don't bother me. No, I mean, I'm just playing with you. But we went through we each went through bankruptcy, foreclosure, like all that type of stuff. And so when we were going through that, we kind of had to come together to support one another to get through those hard financial times. And then, hence, he had to move back home. Then while he went,
please, he didn't have to move back into your house, Robyn. Okay, you wanted his fine ass there. That damn wine is fine. And honey, if you ain't paying no bills, you at least need to be serving Miss Robinson up some in-house. Okay, shit. Y'all know I ain't got no sense.
When he moved back home, he had to go back to school to finish his degree so that he can start his coaching career. So we pretty much supported one another through our darkest days. And when you do that, you just kind of like realize what's more important. You put the kids first, put each other first, and now we back together.
And then he put a ring on it. Okay, he said, I want to keep.
Bravo made his ass put a ring on it, honey. Okay.
My boo.
Yeah.
So question, do you have to give him a record, and does he have to give you a record of everything that was done when y'all weren't together for that time?
Ooh, that's a good question, Charlie.
No. Well, I mean, I know what he was on. He was in a relationship when we were divorced. Well, actually, okay. When we were living in the house together, it's like, no, we don't really want to. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
So he would leave, and you would leave and go on dates and then come back?
I chose not to date.
Right? Shit, that's where, ladies, don't do that. If that man dating, he got a girlfriend, you go get you a couple of boyfriends. Level out the playing field. Don't let these fools run all over you. Okay, this is where I disagree with Robyn. I'm happy her and Juan has worked things out, you guys. They seem like they really do love and care for one another. I love that they're good parents to their children. But, to me, she abandoned herself just trying to support him, and you can't do that. That's why she was so unhappy those first couple of seasons. And she was telling Ashley, oh, I don't really care if Juan is dating other people. You know damn well you care. So just admit to it.
But
I was trying to set her up with people.
Yes.
Sorry, Juan.
I chose not to.
Ain't no sorry, Juan. You was right to do that, Gizelle.
Because men can't really handle that.
No, that's what you say. They can't they can handle whatever you need to give them.
But if you're not together,
the ego, the male ego is fragile. Yeah.
But and I will say this: do you feel like you got very defensive when people talk to you about Juan during that time, like?
Oh yeah, like early on in the show, for sure. Yeah, because what we were doing didn't make sense to people, but for me, it made total sense to me because I was doing what needed to be done for my kids. I felt like, if my kid's father was in a better place, then my kids are going to be in a better place. Correct. So for me, I wanted to make sure I was supporting him so that we could just get back to a better place. Because,
and I get what she's saying, you guys, but you can't sacrifice yourself just for your kids. I actually had some idiot tell me to do that. Well, you should just make your whole life about your daughter. No, bad advice. You as a person can't be happy unless you are doing things to make yourself happy. You can't just do stuff for the kids. And I think that she felt like, oh, if I hung around, and support Juan, this will help him be a better father. But Juan has to do those things for himself. You shouldn't have to sacrifice yourself. And when you do that, you sacrifice yourself in your relationship. That person, they tend to take you for granted. And that's exactly what we have seen with Robyn and Juan. He always felt like, well, hell, I can do what I want to do. She gonna always be there. And that's not fair.
I'll be honest, former athletes, when their career ends, that fall is really hard. We see a lot of it. You can go through mental issues. A lot of them go broke.
Because they've been stars since 16.
And they devoted their life to that thing.
Every day they had to go to practice. They had games. They had to travel. And then all of a sudden it's gone. And they're like, well, who the hell am I? Yeah. And so I didn't want to turn my back on him because around the time of the divorce and all that, his career ended, I would say, in 2009. So it was just a lot at one time. And I was like, I'm not turning my back on him in probably his darkest times.
Right.
Yeah. So I wanted to support him through that so that he could be the best man that he could be for my children. So I have 2 boys.
Was he reciprocating that for you too?
Oh yeah.
Lies you tell. She lying, y'all. Y'all know damn well Juan was not helping her the way she was helping him. That's that sacrificing that a lot of women do. They feel like they need to do that to keep their man.
Absolutely. And that's the other thing. So I spent, a nice part of my early adult life being an NBA wife and traveling from city to city and moving from city to city and not having my own. I didn't have my own career. I didn't have my own business. I couldn't have a career when I'm living in Portland for 8 months and living in Maryland for 4, it didn't work.
2 kids, right?
Yeah. So I think we kind of fell back in love with one another because we saw each other grow. You know, I wasn't still that NBA wife that just doted on him and made sure he had 3 meals a day and was ironing his clothes and helping him pack his bags. Like, I wasn't doing that anymore.
That's
I'm
right.
like, yeah, no.
Were you nervous at all? Like, coming back together? Were you nervous saying, what if it doesn't work this time? Were you nervous at all? Or you knew y'all both had grown and it would work?
I knew that we would, I knew that we would be better. Because that NBA life, I mean, it's great, it's beautiful, but it's not realistic. It's not real life. So I just knew that we had a lot of growing to do. So now, you know, we're 42 and now we finally feel like adults. Like we're not pretending to be adults because life was easy because we had all the money and stuff and everything was easy. Like, no, we earned our stuff and we appreciate everything we have.
Right. And y'all not the same people, so y'all probably had to grow in love with who y'all are now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And that brings us to Gizelle and her relationship.
Shit, that relationship with Jamal was fake, okay?
Yeah, Jamal. Yeah, listen, because it is a little similar, right? Like, you guys broke up.
Yeah.
You're working on getting back together. Some people don't feel like it's a good idea. Even your own daughters might not necessarily think it's a good idea.
Yes. Well, there's an update. There's a plot twist. So, yes, we were working on us getting back together and being back together. But, you know, he lives in Atlanta. I live in Maryland. With the pandemic, we realized it's just not the right time. It's just not going to work. So right now, I am footloose and fancy free. I am single. I am enjoying my hot girl summer, spring, winter, and fall.
Oh, I love your dad, too. Your dad is real. When you just said that, I'm thinking about the show now. Your dad is real. No, her dad is, he said, 82 years old, and her dad loves her daughter. And I could tell that your dad really doesn't like your ex because it feels like your ex broke your heart.
Your dad loves her daughter?
His
Like,
daughter.
loves her daughter. Like,
Okay.
She's possibly getting back with her ex. But her dad don't fuck with the ex at all. And he is clear. He don't hold his tongue. It's not one of those things where you can, they all in dinner.
But you know, on the trailer for the new season, we do see that.
I love Giselle's daddy, and he's very handsome.
That is something that you are still.
No.
Okay,
You know, we know with trailers they kind of cut and splice.
We just see you like very upset, and I'm like,
I was actually upset about something else.
Okay.
But no, like Jamal will always be in my life. He's the father to all of my kids. We've been together. We've been in each other's lives 25 years.
He's also the father of other children outside of y'all children. But honey, I digress. Who am I? Okay.
He is one of my best friends. I don't know anyone more than I know a Jamal Bryant.
But why does your dad don't like him like that? Like,
okay, we're going to get to that, MB. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, Jamal's a pastor.
Yes, he's a pastor.
Her dad don't like him because the man is a hoe. You a hoe. You know you a hoe. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. You know why he don't like him, Envy.
But, so, yes, no, we're not together, but yes, we're still in each other's lives. He's still fam bam. You know, he will always be in my life. Now, as any father,
and your dad don't care if the mic's on or off.
Okay,
Go ahead.
he does care. But the people that was holding the mic, they don't. So, you know, he gave his opinion, which is, this isn't the person that I think is best for my daughter. Period.
He doesn't want him to hurt you again.
Exactly. And I think that that's fair. My father is always going to give his opinion. When he said that to the world, that was not the first time I had heard it. My father, you know, he might call me a day and be like, Gizelle, you know, I just want what's best for you. Like, you know, I respect that, and that is why I love my dad.
When your dad's so passionate about that, do you still say, you know what, I'm still going to give this guy a chance? Because your dad is, you're passionate, your hero.
Right.
The one that's raised you, the one that's always had your back.
Yes.
He sees things that you don't. Do you still say, Dad, I got to figure this out on my own, or do you say, I'm going to listen to my dad?
I always say I'm going to do me, right? And my dad's going to respect me whichever way I go.
No one can tell you what to do ever when it comes to relationships. Either
No.
you're going to do what you want to do.
Right.
Even if it doesn't seem practical.
Sometimes you're blinded by love, though.
But Envy, to answer your question, when he found out that, you know, we were going to go our separate ways currently, he just was like, you know, I think that's where you should be right now. And I'm like, Dad, I respect that. I respect how you feel either way. Yes.
Why are you thinking I know these things? I'm asking honestly.
No, but now you know why she had like a little bit of a rocky start with me, because Karen's in her ear.
Right.
Like, you know, that one right there, you don't need to be friends with her. So, but we got that situated.
What did you think about the last season? Because people were saying that was like one of the best seasons for Housewives, but it was a lot of drama.
Yeah, it turned ugly for no reason, and it was unfortunate because I feel like there was a lot of like manipulation
on Monique Samuel's part, honey. Okay, call her by her name, Robyn.
Social media that took place that really affected the show more so than any other show. So it's like you had the show and then you had social media. Mm-hmm. And social media is what made it even worse. I feel like if we had just gotten through the show without the distraction of social media and everyone kind of trying to victimize themselves and change the stories a little bit, then
it was Monique doing all them damn interviews. Y'all go and check those videos out that I've already did on Monique Samuels and her As the Lie Turn series, honey. Okay, y'all know I done made a whole series out of it. But yeah, it was Monique, Miss Perfect Patty, honey, wanting to look good to the viewing audience, wanting to look really good, to her fans, and that's why she got out there and lied on Candace and spun that narrative, made it look like Candace is the one, that threw the drink in her face. And we all done seen the fight and saw that that's not really what happened.
We would be in a better place.
I think it was toxic. I think that there's no reason for us Black women to be physical fighting, violence on TV. I think if you want to fight somebody, fine, take her outside when the cameras are down. That was hard to live through.
Bugging, I forgot about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, that was hard to live through from a show's perspective because it wasn't just a fight between those two people.
Did y'all want her off the show after she pulled her hair? Was it too much physical? Because, we've seen shows and sometimes you throw a drink, you throw this.
Shit, she ain't just pull her hair, MV. Shit, she dragged that girl, okay, and then came back for round 2. Was trying to chase, she was running up in that barn all aggressively, right? So, yeah, she was doing way too much. And, Monique, in my opinion, you guys, to me, she's not mature enough to be on the show. Now, on the outside, Monique looks perfect. She's very beautiful. She has a beautiful family. Her husband is good to her, so it appears, right? But she's not going to keep herself honest. She's not going to take, responsibility for her behavior. Okay? So, in my personal opinion, she don't need to be on the show.
It was way worse than all of that.
No, my issue was not, I think sometimes people lose their cool. Like, I'm being reasonable here, right? So people lose their cool. You make mistakes. If we could have moved forward from it, like the next day, and people took ownership of what happened and not lie and run the social media and tell a wrong story and then, have people being bullied on social media.
Yep. And on top of that, I'm glad Robyn brought that up. Candace was bullied on social media. That's why you got your ass beat. And so you already done got dragged. Now you got these social media bullies dragging you and, saying all this, that, and the third about you. It was just too much.
That's where it got ugly for me. But if the incident happened and then the next day people apologize and move forward, cool.
Yeah.
But
don't... No.
She is off. Okay.
But as far as the show is concerned,
is she off because of that?
We don't know. No. We don't hire. We don't fire.
I didn't know if she got because she pulled the girl.
Okay, I mean, from what I know, she left on her own merit.
Yeah, she left on her own merit, and Monique basically left, guys, because she's a narcissist, and that's what they do. They don't like to take accountability and responsibility for their actions. They like to blame other people. Y'all remember she blamed Andy and, well, he took Candace's side. And see, I told y'all on part 1 of that reunion, that girl, she was she was ready to come back to that show, right, for season 6. She dragged Gizelle the way she wanted to. Everything was in her favor. Now we get to part 2 of the reunion. You all can go back and watch it for yourself and be objective. Don't just sit up here and be a fan of hers. Hold her feet to the fire. And you will see how Andy was trying to get that girl to take accountability for her actions on parts 2 and 3. He also talked with Candace and got on Candace for how she acted on Twitter, And people like that, you know, but they didn't like Andy, you know, getting on Monique for her bad behavior, you know, and Monique did not like that. And, oh, well, they only played what my husband said. Your husband threatened the women on that show, said he would turn into, he wished he could be Caitlyn Jenner or something and whoop the hell out of the women, like unnecessary. We get you're upset, but you was saying and doing a bit too much. I didn't like how he was showing his ass at that reunion. Kept getting his big ass up. Like, nigga, ain't time to eat. Sit your ass down, okay? Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. But yeah, he was doing too much. They embarrassed themselves. And, you know, to me, the Samuels looked good when they at first came on the show. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to like them. They seem very down to earth. And then to me, you know, all of that went away. Monique is still on her YouTube channel, dragging the women on Potomac, got these binder time stories. Bitch, pack it up and go home. Okay, you done already left the show. Leave the show where the show is at. You done already did all these interviews. Be done with it. But all this, you keep talking about them, and I'm not here for it. Okay, like, to me, you guys, she did too much. I got a video coming out about Monique. We're going to get back to the Real Housewives of Potomac shorts. Since the show is coming back, I'm going to hit y'all with some shorts. But yeah, Monique was fake as hell, fake ass Christian, sitting up here apologizing 1 minute to Candace. Then you make a song, Drag Queen, where you're talking about dragging her and putting her in her place. I'm a woman of my word because I'm fair, hun. You know, I remember all that little shit she was saying. So she's a liar, a cheater, a deceiver. Like, Monique got too many issues, honey. Okay, she got too many issues, and I'm actually glad she's gonna be off the show.
So no one speaks to her now. Like, no one's talking to her.
I don't know. I mean, unless Karen does, I don't know.
Yeah, but I always feel like, let's do whatever's best for the show, right? And, you know, people always ask me, well, did you want her gone? No, I just want what's best for the show, whatever that means.
I really believe that. I think Gizelle gets a lot of flack for, you know, how she treated Monique in the beginning. And Gizelle was wrong, you know, you guys, to treat Monique the way that she did in the beginning. Because Monique was coming onto this show trying to be nice and play nice with Gizelle, you know, and the rest of the women. But I don't feel like Gizelle hated her to the point she didn't want her to come back to the show. You know, Monique did not come back to the show because she did not want to take responsibility and accountability for her actions. She had a problem with doing that. Okay? She wanted to look like the victim, and the minute, you know, it didn't play out the way she wanted it to, she wanted to be done with the show. Period.
You know, if her being around is best for the show, cool. Her being gone is best, then that's cool too. But she gone, y'all. She gone.
Right. Yes. And one thing, I will never try to stop someone's bag.
No.
Ever. So I will never try to get someone fired or say they don't need to be here. That's not my job.
And I don't think that they tried to do that. You know, the Green-Eyed Bandits, you guys, they are shady, but they are not these monsters that a lot of people try to make them out to be. I don't think they tried to get that girl fired. They were just simply trying to hold her accountable for her actions.
No. But, what's best for the show? Can we all coexist? Can we make a good show and coexist?
Yeah.
Does it get stressful, like, taking what you do at work, filming for the show, home? Because I know your life probably gets, like, really engulfed in that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but, you know, I feel like after a few seasons in, you realize, okay, you know what? I'm not coming home. I'm not talking about the show. I'm not thinking about it. So now, season 6, like, Juan doesn't know anything that takes place. And when he finds out, like, it's when he finds out stuff, then he's like, what? I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't come home and just talk about it all the time.
All right, you guys, that's all I have to say on that, honey. Get down in the comments and let Miss Robinson know what you thought about this interview that the Breakfast Club did with Miss Gizelle Bryant and Miss Robyn Dixon of Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.